Hey, I'm Alana.
And I'm Karn, and this is Bassnectar.
Hello, camera.
Lollapalooza 2012. So, by the way, I'm a little bit jealous of your hair. You have these beautiful locks. How long did it take you to grow that hair out?
Well, I haven't cut it in 15 years.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
you've been really working on it.
That's the trick. They're like, how do you get it so long? I'm like, well, don't cut it for 15 years and it'll happen.
So now, how did Bassnectar, the name, come about? And could you explain the symbol?
Yeah, well, the name was just a word my friend made up, and I saw it on a sticker and thought if I ever start a band again, I want it to be called Bassnectar. And the symbol was, we went through all these kind of Native American imagery symbol type of, it was a book full of symbols. And we picked like 3 of them and merged them together. And I gave it my own meaning, which is, it's kind of like a yin-yang symbol, which the yin-yang is traditionally like even amounts of black and white, and it's kind of like interlaced or interwoven together to symbolize like the balance between negativity and positivity.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what the symbol means to me, because you can have it be white on black or black on white, and it symbolizes, you know, there's so much in the world that can be assigned evil or good, and I don't really believe that there is such a thing as true evil or true good.
Yeah.
It's all a necessary balance of the two, and applying human judgment to it is preposterous in my opinion. So it's kind of just a sign of like harmonious balance.
Okay.
Now, Deadmau5 was recently in Rolling Stone, where he had an article, and he kind of gave a little smack about Skrillex and how DJs kind of just press buttons. You know, what is your thoughts on that, and how do you prepare when you have a set?
My thoughts on that is it's really easy to give one-liners and critique, you know, a blanket of people, or it was easy for him. I don't know what most guys are doing or girls are doing, so I know what I'm doing, and I work full-time. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun too, and I think that it's easy to get by with the bare minimum if that's what you want to do, and that would be really boring for me. So if I'm getting by with the bare minimum, I stack more work on myself because I love what I do.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people don't understand the art of DJing, and they don't understand that when you're watching a DJ, it can a lot of times be like watching a chess player. You're watching someone strategize and think, and they're looking at the crowd, or they're feeling the crowd, or they're feeling the music, and thinking, what's going to come next? How can I get there? And it isn't necessarily playing each string on a guitar. It's a lot of feeling it out and a lot of like preparation, and to me it's like a strategy game.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, you've recently collaborated with Lupe Fiasco. Now, who are some other artists that you'd really love to work with?
The Weeknd.
Oh yeah, that would be a
Weeknd?
pretty sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's who I'm after right now.
And so, what advice do you have for some of the aspiring DJs out there?
Aspiring DJs, in my opinion, should collaborate with their friends, work with their friends on making their own events, learn small amounts of isolated skills, and have their friends learn complementary skills. Like, I'll learn to make bass lines, you learn to make beats, we'll teach each other. And don't get too confused with all the different programs and all the different options. Just try and narrow your focus and really make it simple. And just start with remixing. Remix your favorite song, and even if it's bad, remix it again 6 months later and have fun.
Well, it's Lollapalooza. If you had to make a festival survival guide or kit, what would you put in it?
For Lollapalooza, it's hot, so I would say find shade, drink a lot of water, don't do drugs, and have fun. Wear earplugs.
Well, speaking of drugs, EDM and sort of the whole electronic music world, there's been a subculture over the years that's kind of heavily involved drugs. What are your thoughts on how that's evolving?
I mean, I think college universities are, you know, havens of drug use as well. I think it's kind of hard to say one place is more drug use friendly and one place isn't. I also think, you know, what is a drug? I think Adderall is a drug. I think, you know, Xanax is a drug. And so when I say don't do drugs, I also mean don't take prescription drugs, you know, maybe antibiotics, but don't be out there taking drugs for pleasure in the heat. I just don't think it's a wise health move.
There you have it. That's Bassnectar.